Hey guys, today I'm filming my monthly makeup ranking for October. I have 21 products I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, so it's going to be a longer video. I will try to be as succinct as possible. So like always, I do have products that I would consider favorite, fine, and fail. I have mostly favorites, which is exciting. I do have 3 products that I would consider to be fails. And number 21 would be the Makeup Revolution liquid blush. So it is the Bright Light liquid highlight, but I got it in Divine Dark Pink, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury product. I just felt like it did not look pretty on the skin. I had a hard time applying it and blending it out. Something about the applicator being so small, it made me feel like I had a harder time getting the right amount of product on my skin, but I just didn't love the way it looked. Number 20 would be the NYX Pore Filler Stick. I saw it on TikTok and it looked like it was doing a great job of blurring people's pores. It was not doing anything for me, or the effect was like just too subtle to make it not even worth doing this step. Then at number 19, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. I have the shade 1 Fair. Luckily, I got this just as a little freebie from Sephora, and I have scraped everything out and I'm just working out of a sample jar for the last bit. This is a thick concealer and it is sticky. It really creases up under my eyes, so I definitely have to make sure to really blend it out before I set it. It is sticky. I don't like it at all. I don't think it looks very flattering. I don't think that it blends into my foundation the easiest. Tarte Shape Tape is way better than this. This next product, I'm not sure if I would consider it to be fine or fail, but if it is in the fine category, it's at the very bottom. This is number 18. It is the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Blush Palette Volume 2. I love this peachy duo here. So the reasons I don't like this, first off, it smells like something smells like it's gone off in here, or it smells like cheapy plasticky Play-Doh, which is gross. So I don't like that the cream blushes have glitter, but it's something I could really get past. But this duo does not work for me. This is looking like chunky glitter on my cheeks. At first I thought it was okay, then I wore it again yesterday and I was just like, that does not look good. It looks almost like glitter fallout, not like I specifically put a highlighter there. And I do have to use like a really dense brush so it doesn't just look super chunky. And then this Dew Balm is disgusting. When I put it on, my face was sticky all day and I could not handle that. I did really kind of go back and forth on keeping this, but just no. I know that this was so expensive, and if they would like to come out with this individually and reformulate the cream blush, I would buy it. The color that I liked in the middle is Giving Sunkissed, but no, which is a bummer. I was so excited about that for the colors because last year's palette was like a little much for me, but it's not that good. Next in the fine category, we have a product from Freck Beauty. This was just a sample of the cheek slime, and I tried the shade Cuffed. It's a really pretty peachy pink color, and it's a little bit of a thicker liquid, which was interesting. It blended out onto the cheeks fine, but not necessary. I don't love liquid blush as much as cream. I find it a little bit harder to work with, and I'm fine just with the Rare Beauty liquid blushes that I have. So I might try this sample another time or two, but I think I'll just end up passing on the darker color to someone. Just not for me. At number 16, I have the Hourglass Vanish Primer, and I am so glad I was able to get a little mini of this from Sephora because I have really wanted this primer, and they don't sell it in a travel size, only in the full size. Everybody used to rave about the Veil primer years ago and say it was so good for oily skin. It never did anything for me. I do like this one better, and the Hourglass sample sizes have such little product compared to other primers. Most other primers have 5 mils, this has 3. So I didn't get to use it as much as I would like. I do think it felt nice and smoothing, but I don't know what else it did. I would consider getting this with my Ulta points because that means it would be like for free. I would consider doing that, but I was hoping to be blown away a little bit more and I wasn't. But at the same time, primers can only blow you away so much, or at least for me. So something that I would love to try again. Next at number 15, I have a Benefit blush, and this is in the shade Starlaa. Benefit did end up sending this to me, which was so nice. Basically, I, tag them on Instagram whenever I'm doing my makeup of the days and I'm using their products, and they responded back to me and said they liked the blush, and I was telling them their new blushes are so amazing and I'm only missing a few more shades, and they were like, oh, which ones? We'll send them to you, which was so kind. I can't believe that happened. So this is one of the ones that I really wanted, and this is a really pretty like warm brown blush, but it is lighter than I thought it would be. I really do have to get in there with my dense blush brush to really get it to show up on my skin. And even MAC Warm Soul, which is lighter than this one, shows up better. So I do think that it looks nice, and now that I just know I need to use my dense brush, I wore it again the other day and I thought it looked very pretty, but I don't love it as much as I thought I would, but it is something I think I can get good use out of, especially when I have more of an intense warm eye. Next at number 14 is a palette. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Leather and Lace, and their palettes have huge pans in them. So we have got 3 shimmers, 9 mattes. You guys know I prefer shimmer over matte, so that's already a little bit of a bummer. We have a matte black, which is not my thing, and I think the shades in here are very pretty. I really did like the shimmers. However, they are pretty light looking in the eye compared to the depth of these mattes. The mattes are nice. They're pigmented. They blend out pretty well, but I definitely have all these shades in my collection, and this palette was a little pricey, and I do wish I did not buy this one just because it isn't necessarily bringing anything unique to my collection except for these shimmers. Next at number 13 is my last product in the fine category, and that would be the Rare Beauty Kind Words lip liner and lipstick. I got this little duo in the shade Humble, which is exciting that they had this in the mini because Humble is the only color I was interested in. And I actually wore this in a video I filmed earlier today, and this was nice. It's a creamy, smooth formula. But I did notice that just from me rubbing my lips together, my lip color did go outside of the lip liner. So this is, to me, kind of similar to a ColourPop where it helps you like draw on a shape, but it's not going to hold your lip color in necessarily. But I do think that this is a really pretty shade, smooth formula. The lipstick just have a really nice comfortable matte formula. It does have a full opacity, but it doesn't feel heavy on the lips, and I like that it is that like demi matte finish because it sits nicely on the lips. When I have a really opaque cream lipstick, I feel like it feels heavy. So I do like the way that these feel. I like this color a lot, but I'm not going to go out and buy any more of them. I don't think that this lipstick formula is necessarily better or supremely better than others I've tried, but it's good. And then we have my top 12 products. 10, 11, and 12 are all lip products that I do really enjoy, but I'm feeling like mixed on calling them favorites or fine, but they're still ranking where they are. So at number 12, we have the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Gloss in George. Especially recently, I've gone back and forth a couple times on what I really feel about this gloss, if I feel like it's too thick and sticky for me, and I do think that I like this one. I think that there are benefits to that little bit of stickiness, and this is a really pretty, more cool tone nude shade, and I do really like this one. Gives some nice glossy shine, so I am happy that I picked this up. Then at number 11, I have one of the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serums, and this is one of the original shades in Bare Glow, which is a peachy nude, and these are really creamy products. They can be a little bit messy, and the first time I put it on, I think I was just like a little sloppy with it and I didn't love how it looked, but when I wore it again, was a little bit more careful, had a different makeup look, I did really enjoy this. So I have 3 of these original ones now, and it really is super similar to the Revlon Lip Butters, which is the first lip product I ever fell in love with. And then at number 10 would be the M Cosmetics Everglass Lip Dew, and I went with the light warm nude called Enchant. And this is a really nice gloss. It gives a light medium to medium opacity. It has a really nice, comfortable, almost gel formula not sticky, very smooth, not the most long lasting, but that's because it's not sticky. And the packaging is super cute. It is too chunky to fit in my normal holder, but that's okay. I am happy to try this out. I do like it better than their original gloss formula, but I don't think that I need any more. Then at number 9 is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, on my lid. This is the itsBel Cosmetics Dawn of Fall palette. It's my first time using a palette from itsBel Cosmetics, and this is so pretty. You've got 9 shimmers in here. I have plenty of mattes, so I don't mind this at all. And these really are nice duochrome multi-dimensional shades because they look one way in the pan and can look very different on the eye. I am really happy with this. I like the looks I created. They were very pretty, but some of these colors do end up looking a little bit deeper on the lid than is my preference. That's the only reason that this palette is a little bit lower in the ranking. Then at number 8, I have a Patrick Ta blush duo. In the color She's Blushing, we have a cream and powder. So this is a little bit deeper, so I have to be careful with it. But I really like this formula. The cream does go so nicely over the powder. I have to go in very lightly with a fluffy brush with the powder, and then the cream, I just use a little bit on the round end of a beauty blender. It's such a pretty shade. This is a really nice formula, unless they reformulate and come out with the Sun-Kissed shade from the palette. I don't need to buy any more of these, but I am happy I got to try the formula and I do really enjoy it. Then at number 7, I have these singles from Unearthly Cosmetics. These all are ranging at different prices, and these can look very different on the eye than they look in the packaging, but they're super pigmented. They have a really nice foiled finish. You guys know I love warm metallic, so these are just perfect. I enjoy these so much and they fit so nicely in this C palette. I do have a few other singles that I'm wanting from them, so I definitely prefer these singles over the Leather and Lace palette. Ranking at number 6, I have the Fantasy Cosmetica Druid palette. It is my first time trying this brand, and the shades in here are so beautiful. The mattes are a little deep, but I was able to really get them to apply nicely, really go well with these shimmers. I really love the looks I created with this. Formula is so good. Very excited to try their other palettes. And next at number 5, I have these Hourglass Scattered Lights eyeshadows. I have had these for over a year and I had not used these shades, and I finally have, and they look so stunning on the eyes, a little bit different than I thought. So we have the copper color called Blaze, and then the more burgundy color called Rapture. And these look so pretty on the eye. They apply really nicely over a base to have some good base pigment, have that nice glittery effect. They look so beautiful, and it was so easy to just slap on my Anastasia singles with these. So if I'm wanting to do like an everyday look but wanting to punch it up and add some fun, these are so perfect for that. So I'm really glad that I use these again, and the colors do end up looking different on the eye than some of the Tarte Chrome paint shadow pots that I have, which is good. My top 4 are all bronzers, and really these can be ranked interchangeably. I love them all so much. At number 4, I have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear bronzers. These are amazing. I think they come in 8 shades, and it looks like they go very deep, which is wonderful. Very few brands have 8 bronzers, so that is amazing. I have 2 shades Light, which I use as a bronzer, and Light Medium, which I'm using as a contour. These are very pigmented, a little powdery, but not too much. They blend really nicely onto the skin. They have a little bit of that like florally scent that the powder foundation has, but if you love the formula of that, I think you will really like these. Just so pigmented, so easy to blend. Definitely one of the best drugstore bronzers I've ever tried, and the formula is so similar to high end. Then at number 3, we have the Cosmetics Corselet Sculpting Powder Bronzer in Slip. This is such a great shade. I was worried this would be too cool tone for me, but it's not. It's like neutral cool. I think this is something that would be a perfect winter bronzer for me when I'm wearing more cool tone makeup. Blends so nicely, so pigmented, not too powdery, but not stiff. So impressed by this formula, and I appreciate the slim packaging in Cosmetics. Then at number 2, I have the Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo in She's Sculpted, which is the medium shade, and that is because the lightest shade, the cream contour, and even the powder was a little bit more cool tone than I wanted, but this is a great neutral leaning cool cream shade. When I first put it on, I'm like, oh no, but it ends up blending out really nicely. And then having this warm bronzer over top, they just go together so nicely. Such a good formula, easy to blend and build up. Very happy with this. And then at number 1 is one of the easiest cream bronzers I've ever used besides the Merit Bronzer Stick. This is the Makeup by Mario Sculpting Transforming Skin Enhancer in light medium, and I heard that these are a little bit more sheer, so I did go a shade up, and I'm happy that I did that. This applies so easily with my e.l.f. small stipple brush over top of my foundation, blends in so nicely, is a great shade for me. Again, because I'm so fair, I do need to be careful, especially when I'm doing bronzer up around my hairline. This looks so good. So highly recommend this, and I have seen people hit pan on these pretty easily, but this is absolutely one of the easiest cream bronzers. A very, very good shade for me, a nice neutral color. So happy with this product. Wow, guys, we got through 21 products in under 21 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. I would love to hear your thoughts if you've tried out any of these products. I would love to know what new things you have tried recently and your thoughts on them. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.